The plus symbol did not originally begin as the simple cross shape we use today. In medieval Europe, mathematicians and merchants often wrote the Latin word et, which means and, whenever they wanted to show that two quantities were being combined. Over time, when people wrote quickly in handwritten manuscripts, the letters of et started blending together. The curved strokes slowly simplified until the writing eventually resembled a small cross. By the late 1400s, printers began using this symbol in mathematics books, and it gradually became the standard sign for combining quantities. Today, the plus symbol appears everywhere, from financial spreadsheets to programming languages, but its roots are actually hidden in a small Latin word that simply meant and. In modern math, it represents the act of adding values together. The minus symbol has a surprisingly practical origin in trade and bookkeeping. In the 15th century, European merchants used short horizontal lines in accounting records to mark missing goods or deficits in inventory. These marks helped traders quickly see what had been removed or lost. When mathematicians later began writing arithmetic in printed books, the same simple line was adopted as the symbol for subtraction. One of the earliest known uses appears in a German mathematics book published in 1489 by Johannes Widman. Because the symbol was so easy to write and recognize, it quickly spread through mathematical texts across Europe. Today, this short horizontal line not only shows subtraction, but also indicates negative numbers, representing values below zero. The multiplication symbol that looks like a small tilted cross was introduced in the 1600s by the English mathematician William Oughtred. Before this symbol existed, multiplication was usually written with words or placed side by side without any symbol at all, which often caused confusion. Oughtred chose the cross symbol because it clearly separated the numbers being multiplied. However, as mathematics grew more complex, especially in algebra, this cross symbol sometimes looked too similar to the letter X. Because of that confusion, mathematicians later began using a small centered dot instead. Even today, both symbols still appear in mathematics. In simple arithmetic, the cross is common, while in algebra and advanced formulas, the dot is often preferred. In modern usage, the multiplication symbol represents repeated addition or scaling a quantity by another number. The familiar division symbol with a horizontal line and two dots is called the obolus. It was introduced in 1659 by Swiss mathematician Johann Rahn in his book on algebra. The exact meaning of the two dots is not fully certain, but some historians believe they were meant to represent the numbers being separated by the line between them. Before the obolus became popular, division was often written as fractions or described in words. Over time, different mathematical communities preferred different notations. In modern mathematics, division is more commonly written using a fraction bar or a slash symbol, especially in programming and digital calculations. The obolus still appears frequently in elementary arithmetic because it visually suggests the idea of splitting one number into parts.
The equal sign was invented in 1557 by a Welsh mathematician named Robert Recorde. Before his invention, mathematicians had to repeatedly write phrases like is equal to when explaining calculations. Recorde found this unnecessarily long and inefficient, so he introduced two parallel horizontal lines to represent equality. In his own words, he chose the design because no two things can be more equal than parallel lines. This simple idea quickly transformed the way mathematics was written. Instead of long sentences, equations could now express relationships between numbers in a compact form. Today, the equal sign is the foundation of algebra, science formulas, and computer programming.